Good morning, everyone. Today's pretty cold morning. As maybe you can see some frosty grass there. As you guys can see right here behind me, there's the Volvo. It's on jack stands. Drained the coolant yesterday out of it. So I'm gonna be working on this bad boy today. So I already got the jack, as you guys know, to pull the engine and everything. And then for some reason, I don't know, I just thought, why not just pull the head first so we can see if the block is cracked. I mean, obviously I can just pull the whole thing out and then take it apart then, but what if the block is not cracked? Then I kind of did all that work pretty much for nothing. Because if this engine ends up good and it's just the head gasket that's bad, I'm just gonna do that, send out the head to the shop, have it get machined, tested and all that, and just put it back together and just sell the other engine. But if it end up being bad, I mean, hey, I can always pull everything out. So that's my decision. So I'm just going to be pulling the head today. So I'm going to start taking it apart, taking all the pipes off, intake manifold, exhaust manifold, intake, the strut bar, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's going to be my job for today. So pretty much I got everything off the top. Well, I didn't touch the belts yet, but yeah, as you can see, everything is pretty bare. I got the thermostat housing off. I didn't touch no power steering pump or anything. I just got in there with wobblies and stuff. So yeah, that's off. I got the fuel rail off. I got the intake manifold bolts. I needed the thermostat housing off because I couldn't get to the bolt on the bottom. Maybe I could have, worked around it, but I figured why not just get the thermostat housing. It seemed like it was an easier thing to do than just trying to get that bolt off right there on the bottom of that last bolt on the manifold. So now that I got the thermostat housing off, I would say pretty easily in 10-15 minutes. And then now it's that bolt is pretty easy access. So now that bolt is off and the intake manifold is off. So this side is ready. I'm gonna need to get some brackets and some stuff off on this side, get the belts off, and then last thing is exhaust manifold, and then the head is gonna be ready to take off after I get the valve body. Valve cover off the head. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Okay, so now we got the valve cover off, got the cams off. So the timing belt, you don't need the serpentine belt off. That's not in the way. So got timing belt, the camshafts, got all the brackets and sensors off of here. I unbolted the exhaust manifold behind there, so I just took all the bolts or nuts off, whichever way they came out. Some of them came out like bolts, some of them just the nuts. Unbolted the intake manifold. So that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna take out the spark plugs, and also I'm gonna take out the head bolts, and the head should just pop right off. So this is a moment of truth, kind of, when I pull the head off. We're gonna find out if the block is cracked or not. Okay, so for this step you're gonna need a 6-point, let me see what size that is, 14 millimeter socket, an extension, and a 1/2-inch breaker bar. So that will go in. So you need a thin wall socket, preferably a shallow one, not a deep one, so that way you don't crack it, so it fits through the holes, because a fat one will not go through the holes here. So you gotta have a slim one. And then get a breaker bar. You actually don't need that big of an extension. I might just get a shorter one, and then just take the bolts out. saw in the time lapse, I got every single one of them except one. It decided to strip. Oh man, even 12 using 12-point sockets. So don't even think about using the 12 points socket. So don't even ever use these kind of sockets. Make sure you use the 5-point, the actual one that I showed you guys. Oh man, I tried hammering 13 instead of the 14, 12-point. It's still stripped, so I'm gonna have to go get to my local auto parts store. I'm gonna have to go get some sort of socket removal tool. I know they have it. I almost bought it last time. I should have, but oh well, it's pretty close anyway. So I'm gonna go grab one. I'm gonna get that one out. All the rest of them are out already. I just need to take them out with the magnet. So yeah, we made progress, but as usual, you know. Okay, so we got this set right here. It looks like this. Comment in the comments below, what do you guys think? This is gonna work or not? I think it will. I've seen a lot of bolt and nut extractor things and they did not look good. I'm be like, how is this supposed to work? But this here, this looks solid. So fingers crossed. We'll see. Okay, you guys, so the extractors right here, they're awesome. If I didn't screw up the bolt, so if you strip a bolt like once, leave it alone, go get this extractor kit right here, it'll do the job. If you keep on stripping it like I did for like half an hour and you screw it up really bad, it will not come off because it's so tight. What worked was I got an impact, matte coat is really powerful impact. I got a 13mm 12-point socket and just hammered it on there, like into on the bolt, like hammered it on there and then just used the impact and it took it right out. So whoo, thank you Lord. Oh boy, was I getting frustrated. Okay, so I got this out. I didn't even look myself, so let's look. Moment of truth. Okay, I don't see no cracks yet. Okay, this doesn't make any sense. No cracks. No way. This can't be happening. Let's take this off. Maybe I'll see better. No cracks. Well, what do you know? Okay, so I'm gonna go do a deeper inspection, move it around. So far, so good. This head doesn't look like it's original. Like, look how clean that is. That is beautiful. Like, it's a lot better condition than that engine that we put together. Wow, somebody must have changed it. This head gasket though, this is weird. I don't know. It looks like it's a cheap maybe off Amazon or something, because this doesn't look, I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to blame it on a gasket. Maybe they didn't put it together correctly. And they had a bunch of goo here. Like, look at this. No, I don't think they had any exhaust gaskets on there. Nothing. No exhaust gaskets. So, or maybe wait. This is the intake manifold. Yeah, this is from the intake manifold gasket. This is the intake manifold gasket that I compressed, but they had no exhaust gaskets on the back. Huh. Maybe that's why. Maybe it broke through one of these over here on the edge there and just got into the cooling system. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna do a further inspection on the block. Man, this is gonna be wonderful if it's just a head gasket issue, and I'm just gonna buy the gaskets for that. I'm not gonna be doing that crap what they did right there. Hey, we may be lucky. I have done more inspection. Nope, no signs of any kind of cracks or anything on it. Besides this crap right here, the sealant on the exhaust manifold. No gaskets, and then some of the intake manifold bolts or nuts were loose, or bolts, I don't remember what it was. Exhaust manifold, some of those were a little bit loose. Yeah, I don't know. I knew I had a gut feeling. Good thing I went with my gut feeling, because none of the symptoms that I've in my 5 years of working on cars in different shops, I never seen this kind of symptoms in a cracked block. Like, it didn't make none of the symptoms that I talked to the people. I talked to a bunch of people that had these blocks cracked, and I asked them what kind of symptoms they had. none of my symptoms were the same. So it was just, that's one of the reasons why I kind of was, you know, skeptical. I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a cracked block. So, you know, good thing I went with the gut feeling. So now this kind of issue could be caused by a bunch of things. You know, it could be by a warped head. If your head was warped and it wasn't sealing the head gasket down properly, you could have had the same issues that I had. You know, you could have got exhaust gases into the engine, or if they didn't torque the head correctly, like in the incorrect pattern, if they torqued it wrong, like if they, you know, instead of going from the center and in the pattern that the Volvo specifies, that also could cause an issue. I mean, that could cause a bunch of different issues right there. I mean, I didn't have any codes, surprisingly, so I don't know. But that sealant did not seal in every space, so yeah, we'll see. Okay guys, so yeah, I did really close inspections. Nothing looks like it could be a possibility. Like, it doesn't even look close. Everything looks beautiful. The filler gauge, I use at 0.30. That's what usually shims, or 3.1, goes through really easily, like pretty easy here too, right here. This one as well goes in pretty easy. So yeah, no signs of a cracked block. This one is a little tighter, so I might need to get a 0.30 or 3.1 on this one, and then 0.32 shims on all the other ones. So I'm probably gonna end up getting new shims for this engine, the whole new original Volvo gasket set. I'm gonna send out the head to get machined, cleaned, pressure tested and everything. Make sure that's proper. I'm gonna get all the gaskets, proper gaskets, clean all this up, and yeah, and torque it properly, timing and all that. So that's gonna be in the next video. But I am really happy, guys, like that. I didn't have to swap the engine. This is so much less work. You wouldn't believe, like, so much stuff that I didn't have to take out and rip out. Like, oh my goodness, I'm happy. Thank you, Lord. I'm excited. Like, if you guys would have just, you know, felt how happy I am, man, this is awesome. So yeah, good thing I went with my gut feeling and just kind of took the head off first. And more content for you guys, so you guys know that if you have some issues like I had, you know, if you had a block, I mean, you know, in a S60R, V70R, and you did a block test like I did, search up on my channel. I have a block test that I did, a really easy test to do. If you failed that test, that doesn't necessarily mean you have a bad, a cracked block in these. It could be a bad head gasket, a warped head, something along those lines. You never know who was working on these cars. So, and it looks like a bunch of guys were here in this car. How I know that? Because by the intake manifold gasket was off-brand, like it was some auto parts store, like nobody sells, and it wasn't Victorine's or original, it was some other really off-brand. And then there's no gaskets at all in the exhaust manifold, and yeah, it was just a bunch of weird stuff, loose bolts, nuts, and it's just, yeah, nothing really made sense. I mean, the block, I mean, the head seemed like it was torqued. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, so this is gonna be it for today's video, I think. I'm gonna leave this how it is. I'm gonna try to package everything. I put everything in bags to sort it out so it doesn't get lost all over the shop. So I'm gonna organize this a little bit better, put everything as close as, you know, as possible so it doesn't get lost, so I don't forget everything, because this is gonna take a while to get all the gaskets, order the shims and stuff. So it's probably gonna be a week or two for this car. So this car is gonna be on hold. So I got a nice in the shop outside, so I have some room to work here. I can pull my other car in. I'll have a video by the end of this week also on my S60R, the S60R design, the red one, the T6. I have a few nice upgrades. I think it's a nice upgrade, really nice one, that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have a video on that. But for this guy, this is gonna be on hold for now. I just thought I might record this so it would help some of you guys out, save you some time, and, you know, so you don't believe everything everybody says. You know, just because it's a common issue on this car doesn't mean it's your issue. So yeah. All right, so I guess, I mean, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Like I said, I was skeptical from the beginning, you know, on the block being cracked, because, like, I asked my friend Brendan that tunes these cars. He told me the symptoms. None of my symptoms seemed the same. Like, he was telling me to do that, that's what mine was doing, this and that, and I was like, mine is not doing that. You know, a bunch of people messaged me, and I was like, you know, everybody was telling me head, you know, the block. And like, I don't know, I never seem to kind of go with that. I was just kind of, nah, nothing lines up, you know, none of the symptoms. So like my pressure was releasing from the system on, you know, when it's supposed to, and everything seemed to be normal. Like I was driving this car fine. I don't know why it failed the block test. Like I told you guys, like I mentioned, for the reasons why it could have been. So I'm gonna machine the head, obviously, take it to the machine shop, have them pressure test and make sure they test, you know, the head properly so everything's good, so I know it's good. And then yeah, I'm gonna buy a whole gasket set and replace all the gaskets, valve seals on the head, head gasket, all bunch of other gaskets. And yeah, I'm gonna put it together, but that's gonna be later, probably in a few weeks. That I'm gonna get back to this car when I get everything in and get that head done. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share my videos with your friends in my channel, tell them to subscribe. It will help me out a lot. And as usual, see you next time.